Hello everyone! Welcome to my channel where we talk about the things we love like gaming, shows, and anime. I've shown you all the top 10 best fatalities on DBZ, and I thought, how about we get a little more creative with an MK mix and make the top 10 flawless victories of DBZ. Now this means that in a fight, the victor won without being hit once. Also, the victor doesn't necessarily need to kill the opponent, just win the fight without being hit. But before we begin, I would like to give a shout out to Neo Guy, Shundell Friesen, if I'm saying that correctly, Melanie Gordon, Kay Blaze, Christopher Mofield, and Bree L'Oreal. Thank you all for supporting the channel and showing the love. It puts a smile to my face to see how many beautiful people love the channel. So, how about we begin? Number 10, Frieza vs. King Vegeta. This was a pretty pathetic attempt to take down Frieza. When we saw how King Vegeta took on Frieza and did not even put up a fight, it was downright disappointing. I mean, I know the Saiyans didn't stand a chance against Frieza back then, but shouldn't the ruler of all Saiyans be very strong? Strong enough to withstand a hit from Frieza? Honestly, Bardock and his crew seemed tougher than him. But anyways, his downfall was what made the list. Frieza took him out with style, with a Shoryuken. Straight up KO, bonus points for creativity, and a one-hit kill. Number 9, Recoome vs. Krillin. When I first saw Recoome in action and easily treat Vegeta like a ragdoll, I was wondering if Gohan and Krillin would put up a decent challenge if they worked together. I mean, they both just got their potentials unlocked, so they should be pretty strong, right? Well, once Recoome took on Krillin, I sure as hell wasn't expecting this one-hit KO. I mean, damn, was this a strong hit or what? So hard that it broke his bones. What a beast. Bonus points for being a one-hit kill. Number 8, Vegeta vs. Doria. After seeing Doria easily take out Bardock and his crew, I'm sure most of you were thinking that he would put up a fight against Vegeta. But luckily Vegeta received one hell of a Zenkai boost and dominated the crap out of Doria. I like this scene, as Doria was always hiding behind Frieza and acting all tough, but not here. This was one of Vegeta's finest moments, as he too was humiliated by him when he went to report back to Frieza with Nappa and Raditz in that flashback. I was hoping that Vegeta would destroy him a little more creatively instead of just a ki blast. Number 7, Goku vs. Nappa. This was a moment we were waiting for, to see Goku take on Nappa after all he had done. And we wanted to see if Goku's training had paid off. Nappa tried to hit Goku over and over, yet he could not lay a finger on him. One of my favorite parts is when Goku dodges Nappa's hits and jumps on top of his head, then Nappa reaches up to grab him, and Goku quickly appears in front of him and punches him in the gut. We know that had to hurt. And the way he defeats Nappa, by using the Kaioken to catch up to him, strike him, and lay another hit before he hits the ground? Priceless. Number 6, Piccolo vs. Wings. Wings isn't a very well-known villain, as he's one of Lord Slug's henchmen. But when Piccolo takes him on, he fucks him up good. He breaks his hand, and then breaks his arm. The very same arm. Piccolo does kill lots of enemies, but here he did more damage than needed. And other than the fact that he makes the list since Wings does not lay a single hit on him, Piccolo finishes him off by shooting a strong ki blast through Wings' face. Piccolo and Vegeta sure have a lot in common when it comes to finishing off their opponents. Number 5, Pikkon and Goku vs. Cell, Frieza, King Cold, and the Ginyu Force. This was one of those moments we all can't wait to see what happens. When Goku and Pikkon were told that there were some problems in hell involving an alliance between Cell and Frieza, this was either gonna end up awesome or quite messy. We weren't sure whether Goku and Pikkon could handle the situation. We hadn't even seen Pikkon in action yet, so we weren't sure whether Goku would need to help him out or stand aside. But wasn't it cool to see Goku easily take out the Ginyu Force all at once? Then Pikkon take out the main threats with one hit as well? Okay, so he did land 2 hits on Cell, but that first one pretty much did the trick. This was not only a great scene, but it also let us know that Goku had an ally that was possibly stronger than him. I heard that the villains that went to hell, their power levels decreased. That should be a fact since Goku defeated Pikkon and he couldn't defeat Cell, don't you think? Number 4, Trunks vs. Androids 17 and 18, the rematch. I like Future Trunks. He's the one character that tried everything he could to save innocent lives just like Goku. Except this guy has Vegeta's blood and shows no mercy to those who killed good innocent people. Now, Trunks had to go back in time to prevent many horrible things from happening, but he also trained by his father's side and was able to outmatch semi-perfect Cell. So from that moment, I was waiting to see him go back to his timeline and get his revenge on the androids. So when the moment finally came, I know I was excited and ready to see him humiliate the androids. And he did not disappoint. Number 3, Trunks vs. Frieza and King Cold. Frieza had his moments where he shined, but after being defeated by Goku, he was no longer the biggest threat. Or so we thought. After he came back to get his revenge, he brought along his father, King Cold, to ensure his victory, but as we all did not expect it, Trunks showed up to save the day. I wasn't sure whether he would make a difference or to what would happen here. But surprisingly, Trunks was way stronger than Frieza and King Cold as he defeated them without being hit once. And as always, he finishes them off with style. Number 2, Gohan vs. Frieza. Gohan first took on Frieza when he was a kid, so we knew this was going to be epic when Frieza appeared in Fusion Reborn and Gohan met him again, but only this time as an adult. Now the funny thing is, I was expecting this to be a hell of a fight. I mean, who wouldn't, since Frieza appears and then after his speech almost every villain from the series appears? But what happens instead of a crazy long fight is Gohan flies through them all and lays one hit on Frieza, blowing his ass up. Then all the villains flee away because of Gohan's impressive power. This was done so good that even though we expected an epic battle, we were stunned. We were so stunned we could not complain. And this wasn't even Toriyama's work, so you gotta give major props to the creators of this movie, because this was a badass flawless victory and a one-hit kill. Careful, because here's a spoiler for those who haven't seen the Resurrection F movie yet. It's too bad that Gohan became such a downgraded pussy, because Frieza got him back, but in his first form. Wow! Number 1, Beerus. Beerus is without a doubt the king of one-hit KOs and an expert at flawless victories. In his first appearance, he dominated all the Z fighters without taking a hit, all except Goku in his god form and Vegeta. This is yet another reason why Beerus is such a badass. He does not kill any of them, nor is he annoying. He fights very unique and takes each one of them down in a cool way. I mean, at one point he uses chopsticks to take down the Z fighters like Tien and Piccolo. When someone takes down Piccolo with chopsticks, you know he is a guy no one fucks with. You don't fuck with Beerus. Superman, don't even think about it. Turn your ass around before he sticks those chopsticks up your ass and makes you name all 50 non-existent states of Krypton. Well, that's it for the top 10 list. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, put a thumbs up. And if there are any other videos you would love to request, please let me know in the comments. Also, post up any comments, funny ones or whatever ones you can think of. I put the best comments up in my videos whenever I see some really good ones. And if you want to see more of my videos, be sure to hit the subscribe button because it really helps me out a lot. And I'll be sure to let you know when I post up more of my videos. This is Score saying, have an awesome day.